Chapter 7. Mary looked like she might cry, and Imogen knew it was up to her to get them out of this mess. She also knew that they couldn't stay put. It was much colder here than it had been in the Haberdash Gardens, and she was already shivering in her damp clothes. "We need to get moving," she said, turning on her heel like a general. "Do you think we'll be back in time for tea?" asked Mary, with a wobble in her voice. Imogen thought that was unlikely. It didn't feel like they were in the gardens anymore. It was as if they were in a different place altogether. But she couldn't stand when Mary cried, so she murmured something reassuring about how Grandma would be out looking for them. Above, the first stars began to stir. They winked at each other and looked down at the girls walking through the forest, tiny among the trees. A person who knew how to read the stars might have said they were smiling. Imogen didn't tell Mary, but she was secretly relieved that she wasn't alone in this strange place. It was hard to see, and she kept tripping over roots and snagging her jeans on brambles. She strained her eyes, hoping to catch the flutter of wings in the darkness, but her moths had gone. Every so often, Imogen heard the whisper of her worried creatures. "Lost in the forest," they hissed. "Lost in the forest and so far from home." Imogen walked faster. "Hey, I can't keep up," moaned Mary. Imogen looked over her shoulder. The worried creatures were scurrying from tree to tree, but they fed off her fears, not her sisters, and Imogen couldn't see them. "Come on," said Imogen. "I want to get out of this wood." As the girls walked, the trees grew further apart and something caught Imogen's attention. Something that wasn't a worried creature. "Hey, Mary, can you see that?" "It's one of those bugs with a light in its bum," said Mary. "A glowworm?" "No, it's bigger than that and further away." "Maybe it's Grandma out with a torch." Imogen steered Mary towards the light. It was too low to be a star. It was too still to be Grandma. And yet it lured her on. There was something reassuring about the soft glow. Imogen wanted to be there, among other people. That was what light meant. Life, warmth, a flicker of hope, a toasted tea cake, and a short drive home. The girls came to the edge of the forest, and Imogen's heart sank. They were standing in a valley, surrounded by huge glooming shapes that looked like mountains. Imogen couldn't see what was at the bottom of the valley, but the light she'd be following was there. She guessed it was 2 miles away, maybe 3. All of Imogen's tea-cake-shaped dreams vanished. This place was vast and foreign, and full of shadows. There would be no easy way home. This was the part where a grown-up was supposed to turn on the lights, fold away the forest, and send the girls off to bed. But there were no grown-ups, and the forest was real. Imogen wanted to cry. "That doesn't look like the tea rooms," said Mary. Imogen bit her lip. Blubbing wouldn't help. "What are we going to do?" said Mary. "I'm cold. I want to go home." Imogen's pent-up tears turned to rage. "I don't know the way," she snapped. "Someone slammed the door, remember?" "It was a mistake," shouted Mary. Her words echoed round the valley, and she jumped behind her sister, spooked by the ghost of her own voice. "Anyway, I didn't slam it. I gave it a gentle push." "Oh, good. Well, that's fine then," said Imogen. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Imogen took a deep breath. "Look," she said. "Look at that light. There must be people there who can help us get home." "Do you think so?" said Mary. I'm sure of that, said Imogen. Together, they walked towards the light at the bottom of the valley. Mary held Imogen's hand. Imogen didn't stop her.